Do you want to let others think that you have a patent? This is a patented POPSWAB. You can see there's a little bubble in it. This is basically a straw with foam on the head right there, and there's alcohol in it. This is a patented product. If you want to make it appear as if it's your patented product, follow along. I want customers to call me and not the patent holder. Let me give you the backstory. I saw this product, and if I advertised it, I did not want anybody else or any of my customers calling the people that have the patent on it. I want my customers calling me, especially if I'm advertising it. I print my name and the patent number, but not print the patent holder's company name. Legal disclaimer here. I am not an attorney, and I don't want any attorney saying I am practicing without a license, even though this information was given to me from my patent attorney of more than 10 years. So this is my opinion. Verify this with your attorney. At least you will know the questions to ask. Hi, bosses. My name is Stan from Boss Makers Academy. Let's boss up together. This swab I told you about was invented by a huge company called Puritan. That's the same company that made the swabs for COVID. You may be familiar with some of those swabs more intimately than you want. They invented this. They got a patent on it. They approached me because it's a really good cleaning product, and it really is not in their industry. So the moment I saw it, I knew it was a winner, but they gave it an ugly name. It had this stupid marketing name, so I immediately called it a POPSWAB, because you pop it to use it, and you also snap it, so I called it also a snap swab. And by the way, watch my video about how to create 2 trade names for every product and why I do that. You'll find that quite creative. The name I gave it, POPSWAB, was so good that they even called it a POPSWAB themselves. And I got a poor man's trademark, which I go into also in other videos as well. I knew it would sell, but I wanted my customers to call me directly, especially if I'm spending my money to advertise the product. But how can I do that? I called my attorney. I told him what was going on. And I also wanted to have first mover advantage. So I wanted to move quickly just in case Puritan went out to anybody else. I wanted to get out there with the firstest and the mostest, so everybody would say, oh, that's Stan's patented product. I want everybody to hear from me first, and I'll explain a little bit more a little bit later. So if they see that I have it first, they'll probably buy from me. But can I print the patent number on my advertisements and not print their name? Why? Because I want to have credibility, exclusivity, referrals, sales. My attorney told me I can print the patent number and my name as long as it doesn't indicate that the patent is owned by me. But I didn't have to print Puritan's name. I love that. My customers presumed it was my patent, and I advertised it everywhere. I got into as many customers' hands as I possibly could. People congratulated me on a good idea and also the patent. No one ever knew about Puritan. Now, part of the reason why they just presumed it was another one of my patented products was because I had a bunch of patents. More than are back there, but you get the idea. So never tell anyone your sources for anything. Let them think it all comes from you. And believe me, some new products will open sales doors like you cannot imagine. You may try and sell one product, customer says no. You sell another product, the customer says yes. And you know what happened to me? They ended up buying the first product. I'm like, what? You say no to the first product, yes to the second product, and then you buy the first product. Customers can be fickle. You would be surprised what you can sell through an open door. Now, here's a big opportunity, so buckle up and lean in. Not too many people know this. I mean, they really do not. So this is sort of like a pro tip, industry inside information. When you approach some companies, and I know because I went through this many times myself, they will set you up as a new vendor. especially if you approach them and you have a new product that they need that nobody else has or they don't know about anybody else. They will have their engineers set up some tests. They're going to evaluate your product. So you have to get the engineers together when all the engineers have time. Then they're going to do flammability tests, hazard tests, specs. They're going to conduct all sorts of tests. Then they're going to write a report. That's going to cost that company at least $10,000, maybe more, depending upon how elaborate your product is. Now what happens is your competitor comes along. And you know what they say to your competitor? No, thank you. We've already analyzed and tested Stan's product. We don't want to have to pay for that again. Our engineers are busy, they're doing this, they're doing that, etc. So you know what happens if you're the firstest with the mostest? You are the de facto winner with a lot of big companies. I can't tell you how important that is, because I've had other big companies turn to me. They're already buying product 1, product 2, or product 3, and they say, Stan, we need this other product. I didn't have that other product. So you know what I did? I ran out and I invented that other product. And you know what happens when you do that? A, you have a built-in customer. B, is you're going to be the only one with that product because it doesn't exist out there, which means you might sell other people. C, is that you're going to have high margins. Why? Because it's brand new, you're the only one in town with it. So patent, built-in customer, high margins. That sounds like a wonderful success to me. Now, they might come to you and they might say they want this product. And you're not a manufacturer. But you know how to use Thomas Register, Thomas Sources to some of you. Or you found out that the product exists. Or you found out that the product exists over in Europe. It hasn't made its way across the pond yet. So you're the only one in the know because remember, these big companies, they're purchasing agents. They're buying things all over town. They may not have had the opportunity, the will, the desire, the resources to source another product in your industry. They figure you have it or you can get it. Matter of fact, that happened to me one time with 5,000 surge suppressors. I didn't make them, but I knew where I could get them. And I was approached by one of my customers. They said, Stan, we need 5,000 of these a month. How long? A year. 60,000 of these, okay? Now, I only made $1 on them, but I didn't do anything. All I do is send out an invoice. Company A shipped to Company B. Company A sent me an invoice. Company B sent me money. I made $5,000 a month for over a year for doing, well, sending out an invoice. Like no work, only because I had the knowledge. And that's why I want you to get out there and learn, and go to trade shows. That's how I found out about the surge suppressing company, because I wanted to buy a few surge suppressors for all my computers. And then my customer that buys cleaning products says, hey, Stan, I need this for a huge retailer. I won't say who they are, but you know their name. And they need 5,000 of these a month. I fell into that. Thank you very much. So anyway, these big companies can be great. They can be a real cash cow for you. Again, a lot of the people that work there, the purchasing agents, they don't have the time to do those in-depth searches. So those engineers are going to do evaluation. You're going to have first mover advantage. If you got any value, please share, like, subscribe below. It helps the channel. Oh, do you want money? Do you want to know how to sell to large customers? Do you want to know how to use insurance to sell your products? What about U.S. embassies? Do you think they can help sell your products? They did for me. So I'm going to go over everything that I know with you. By the way, here's a valuable pro tip. I call in the post office with this product, and also I invented a cleaning pen well before Tide invented this pen. That was me. And another product. And the post office loved them and they bought them. Dummy me, I didn't ask where they wanted to be shipped. Do you know the post office has over 30,000 locations? I figure they have centralized distribution. Who in the world's going to send to every single one of those 30,000 post offices? Me. Yes, me. Boxes everywhere. Fortunately, it was in the warehouse and not in our front offices. I let them deal with it, and every day, 1,000 of those boxes, wherever they were, went out the door. Thank goodness. Always ask where your customers want them shipped. Very important. Of course, I only had to get burned once, and then from then on, where do you want them shipped? I will tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly about that order in another video. Do you need money? Okay. I've been through a lot. I'd love to help you out. So keep watching my videos, and if you got any value, please let me know. And hopefully, President Trump will get us a manufacturing czar. That would be fantastic. Imagine one person who really understands what manufacturers need, especially small business manufacturers. Follow the link below if you want to contact me directly and sign up for the boss's newsletter. Or write your comments down below. I'll read them all and I'll make some comments. This is the Boss Makers Academy, and I am Stan. Thanks for watching.